When we hear the word Maldives, an image immediately conjures up. White sand, turquoise water, a villa overlooking the ocean, and an endless horizon where the sky merges with the water. But the Maldives are much more than just a pretty Instagram postcard. They are a unique geographical, cultural, and natural phenomenon. When we talk about the Maldives, we're not just talking about a country, we're talking about a geographic phenomenon. This nation is literally born of the ocean and is completely dependent on it. The Maldives are located in the central Indian Ocean, southwest of Sri Lanka and India. The archipelago stretches nearly 800 kilometers from north to south, crossing the equator. Yes, part of the country is in the northern hemisphere, and part is in the southern hemisphere. This alone makes it unique. The Maldives consists of 26 natural atolls. An atoll is a ring-shaped coral formation containing a lagoon. How are they formed? Millions of years ago, underwater volcanoes stood here. Corals began growing around their slopes. Over time, the volcanic peaks sank underwater, and the coral structures continued to grow upward. This resulted in the formation of rings called atolls. So, the Maldives is not a mainland country. It is a coral system that grew on ancient volcanoes. The most famous atolls: North Male Atoll, South Male Atoll, Ari Atoll, Laviani Atoll, Ba Atoll. Ba Atoll deserves special attention. It is recognized as a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve due to its unique marine ecosystem. There are more than 1,190 islands in the country. Of these, about 200, inhabited about 160, tourist resorts, the rest are uninhabited. The total land area is approximately 300 square kilometers. This is very small. By comparison, the ocean area exceeds 90,000 square kilometers. This means that the Maldives is primarily water, not land. The average height of the islands is about 1.5 meters above sea level. The highest point is about 5 meters. There is no mountains, hills, rivers, lakes. The landscape is completely flat. The horizon is open 360 degrees. This is why sunsets and sunrises here appear so grand. But this peculiarity makes the country vulnerable to rising sea levels. The Maldives is one of the countries most vulnerable to the effects of global warming. The waters around the islands are incredibly clear. Underwater visibility can reach 30 to 40 meters. The water temperature remains between 27 to 29 degrees Celsius all year round. The ocean forms microclimate, fishing, transport, tourism, lifestyle of local residents. Most travel between the islands is by boat, seaplane, or speedboat. Coral reefs perform two important functions. They protect the islands from waves and storms. They create a unique marine ecosystem. The waters of the Maldives are home to over 2,000 species of fish, including reef sharks, manta rays, whale sharks, sea turtles, barracuda. Hanafaru Bay in Ba Atoll is particularly famous for its large concentrations of manta rays. The Maldives is considered one of the best places in the world for diving and snorkeling. The Maldives has a tropical climate and is warm year-round. Temperatures range from 28 degrees Celsius to 32 degrees Celsius. There are two seasons: dry season, November to April, minimum precipitation, calm sea, low humidity. The best time to relax. This period is associated with the northeast monsoon. Wet season, May to October. More frequent rains, high humidity, short-term storms are possible. The best conditions for surfing. Precipitation is usually short-lived. A tropical downpour can last 20 to 30 minutes, after which the sun appears again. Monsoons influence not only the weather, but also underwater currents. Water clarity and marine animal migrations change seasonally. This is why professional divers choose different atolls depending on the time of year. The snow-white sand of the Maldives is made from crushed coral and shells. Unlike quartz sand, it barely warms up in the sun. The lagoons around the islands are protected by reefs, making the water calm and safe for swimming. The Maldives does not have minerals, fresh water in sufficient quantity, agricultural lands, Fresh water is obtained from underground sources and through desalination of seawater. The economy is built on tourism, fishing. Coral reefs are sensitive to rising water temperatures. Coral bleaching events have occurred in recent decades. The government is implementing programs to preserve reefs, reduce plastic waste, and develop sustainable tourism. Male, the most compact heart of the country. The capital, Male, is a place that surprises. After the luxurious resorts, it feels like a completely different reality. Male is one of the smallest capital cities in the world. The city's area is approximately 9 square kilometers. A significant portion of the country's population lives here, resulting in a very high city density. What to see in Male? Friday Mosque of Hukuru Miski. One of the oldest mosques in the country, built in the 17th century, it is made of coral stone, and its walls are decorated with intricate carvings. It is the most important religious site in the country. Islamic Center of Maldives. The main modern mosque, with its golden dome, is one of the city's symbols. It accommodates thousands of worshippers and stands out against the dense urban backdrop. National Museum. Here you can see pre-Islamic artifacts, royal items, ancient weapons, and household items. This helps us understand that the Maldives has a much deeper history than meets the eye. Fish Market. The true heart of everyday life. Here you can watch fishermen bring in their fresh catch of tuna, a staple of the local cuisine. Male is an opportunity to see the real Maldives, not just the tourist postcard. The underwater world as the main attraction. If in other countries the sites are located on land, here they are underwater. The Maldives are among the world's top diving destinations. Underwater, you can see coral gardens, underwater caves, reef walls, areas where manta rays and whale sharks congregate. The Hanifaru Bay area in Ba Atoll is particularly famous. Here, in certain months, dozens of giant manta rays can be seen at once. For those who don't dive, snorkeling is available. Even near the shore, you can see tropical fish and turtles. Underwater restaurants and hotels. One of the most unusual attractions is the underwater spaces. The most famous restaurant is Etha, Undersea Restaurant. It's located about 5 meters underwater. The walls are made of transparent acrylic, and fish and sharks swim around you while you dine. This is not just a restaurant, it is an experience that cannot be replicated in most countries of the world. Such projects have made the Maldives a symbol of innovative luxury. Vadu, glowing beach. Vadu Island became famous for its natural phenomenon of bioluminescence. At night, the water begins to glow blue. This is caused by microscopic organisms that emit light as the water moves. When the waves hit the shore, the beach seems strewn with stars. It's one of the most romantic natural phenomena on the planet. Local islands, authentic Maldives. In addition to the resorts, there are local islands where local residents live. When people think of sights, most people picture ancient cities, palaces, or mountainous landscapes. But the Maldives is a completely different kind of destination. Here, the main attraction is nature itself. However, dig deeper and it becomes clear. The country also has a cultural heritage and unique sites that make a trip far more interesting than just a villa vacation. Sand shawls are a natural phenomenon. In the Maldives, there are so-called sandbanks in the middle of the ocean. These are tiny white sand islets that can appear and disappear depending on the tides. Tourists are often brought there for a secluded picnic. To find yourself on such an island means to see the ocean 360 degrees around you. Luxury resorts as attractions. Some islands have become symbols in their own right. For example, Soneva Fushi, Conrad Maldives, Gili Lankan Fushi. These are not just hotels, but entire concepts of living in harmony with nature and luxury. Each island resort has its own infrastructure, style, and philosophy. Sunsets as a daily show. Sunset in the Maldives is a natural spectacle. The sun slowly sinks into the waters of the Indian Ocean, painting the sky in shades of orange, pink, and purple. It may sound simple, but it is the sunsets that become the most memorable object for many tourists. Many people think the Maldives is just a sun lounger, a cocktail, and a photo against the backdrop of turquoise water. But in reality, the archipelago offers dozens of activities, from extreme to meditative. Here, everything revolves around the ocean. The waters of the Indian Ocean provide the main entertainment options. Let's understand in detail. Diving is one of the best in the world. The Maldives is one of the world's top diving destinations. Why? Excellent visibility up to 30 to 40 meters. Warm water all year round. The richest marine fauna. Coral walls and channels. Ba Atoll is particularly famous for its Hanafaru Bay, where dozens of manta rays gather at once. Beginners can take tryout dives with an instructor. Advanced divers can enjoy deep channel dives with currents. Surfing. During the wet season, May to October, some atolls experience good waves. The Maldives are not as extreme as Hawaii, but are suitable. For beginners, for intermediate level, for those who want stable, warm conditions. Surf spots are located on specific islands, so it's important to choose a resort if this is your goal. Sea cruises and yachting. One of the most romantic options is a sunset cruise. The scenario is simple. You go out into the ocean, the sun slowly sinks below the horizon, the water turns golden. Sometimes you can see dolphins. They accompany the boat and jump out of the water. Fishing, a traditional occupation of local residents. Tourists can try morning fishing, night fishing, deep sea fishing. Often the catch is cooked right in the resort's restaurant. It is a combination of tradition and relaxation. Water sports. Almost every resort offers kayaks, paddleboard, jet skis, windsurfing, water skiing, flyboard. The lagoons are protected by reefs, so the water is calm and safe. Spa and wellness. The Maldives is also about rebooting. Spa centers offer massages with coconut oil, treatments based on sea minerals, aromatherapy, yoga at dawn. Many spa complexes are located directly over the water. The sounds of the ocean become part of the therapy. Romantic impressions. For couples, we offer dinners on a secluded sandbar, cinema under the stars, drone photo sessions, private chef. Some resorts organize symbolic wedding ceremonies. Observation of nature. The Maldives are not only about fish. Here you can see dolphins, seabirds, turtles laying eggs, bioluminescent plankton. At night, in some places, the water begins to glow blue. The Maldives is more than just a trip. It's an experience of slowing down. This is the space where you hear yourself.